of that. I'm an officer, I have integrity. Shut up, you're not a good officer. Put it out.
Yeah, having seen that video, there are a few things I'd like to talk about. Number one is, if you live in a glass house, you don't throw stones. How intriguing it was for me to see the Honorable Minister crying for the rule of law to take its course, whereas he was clearly acting in aberration to the same rule of law. The first question would be, was there a court order or an injunction from the court of law to stop the development of that property? If there were none, then obviously your actions were in contravention of the same rule of law you are crying to uphold. Number two, you claim to be very learned and schooled, yet do not understand the implication of the introduction of the young officer as a commissioned officer of the Nigerian Army, meaning that he was acting at the instance of the commander-in-chief vested with the authority of the state. Yet you were able to use such derogative words on a serving uniform personnel. I wonder, when you pop into your house in Florida, as it is alleged that you own one there, you'll be able to open your mouth and speak with such derogative statement to a Florida state trooper or the sheriff of the county or a military personnel. You don't see the honor they accord to their service personnel. How would you want to come back home and make a mess of our own because you are a political appointee? It amazed me when I read an article by a professor and a senior advocate of law, Sebastian Horn, saying that the military acted outside the ambit of the law. Professor, sir, I'm yet to see a single article, a publication or a note from you condemning or calling for sanctity of our judicial system, especially with this gross misconduct and miscarriages of justice we have experienced in recent times. Now, on the other side, I wonder how much authority that the Honorable Minister thinks that he has arrogated to himself to say, you cannot develop this land. Let me see how you will develop this land. I guess you have become God who decides what happens here and what does not happen there. It just speaks of how much power has intoxicated a human being to forget that his life is just but a flower that blossoms in the morning and fades away in the evening. I'd like to also commend the comment made by the former CDS, General Lucky Irabo, appraising the conduct of that young military officer to be very professional and disciplined, citing political rascality as a threat to national security. Did you see when he was handed the phone to speak to the CDS, how he quickly removed his hands from his pocket? But yet, on the other hand, you saw the team that came with the Honorable Minister, how rowdy they were. But again, you will agree with me that a dog can only lead a pack of dogs, if you know what I mean. It is said that the taste of the pudding is in the eating. Now that the Honorable Minister has been served the same pudding he loves to serve to others, I strongly believe that his conduct in his next public outing will be filled with a great deal of decorum. How interestingly it was for me to hear the Honorable Minister yelling, "You get out of here, come on, get out of here." But at the end of the day, he was the one who ate the humble pie and got out of that scene, whereas the young military man was seen as standing his ground, marking his territory and never retreating. And to the very young officer, you have my best commendation. Ciao.